Hi everybody, it's Claire from Handmade at Hudson's, and this is the project I'm going to show you how to make today. So we're going to change the colours up, but this uses a gorgeous stencil from UNIKO, and then this is cherry cobbler, garden green and some silver. So this silver thread is retired, however there is some silver thread in the catalogue, and then I've got some metallic pearls, and when you open it up it just says, "May this special season be wrapped in love and joy." So the ho 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 and the stamp is from the Perfectly Plaid Stamp Set, which I'm still playing with. So I will bring in what I'm going to use to make my next card. So I have got a piece of Very Vanilla, which is going to go on the inside, and I've already stamped that in Granny Apple Green. I've got a piece of Poppy Parade and for my card base, and I'm not going to give you measurements because I'm just going to confuse them all, but they are linked in below, and they're also on my blog, handmadeathudsons.com or co.uk, either, you get there. And this is a piece of Sahara sand, and again the measurements are below. So I've made this about 1/2 centimetre smaller than my base card. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take my stencil, and I am going to take the two little trees there. I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to use a finger dauber because this is really good for getting into the really small spaces, and I'm just going to add some ink down here onto those trees. And there I have some trees at the bottom of my insert, and then I am just going to add this to the inside of my card. So this that I'm using here is Tombow ink in a detailed ink, sorry, Tombow glue in a detailed ink dispenser. I just find it easier to add the ink that way, and I think that's one's from Crafter's Companion. So I've just added the inside, and there we go, that's done. And the next thing I'm going to do is to take my Sahara sand, and then I've got some stencil tape at the top and bottom of this stencil, and then I'm going to take my sponge dauber again, and I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper that I was playing with earlier and get rid of the excess ink, and then I'm just going to ink up or ink through my stencil. So you can use the Stampin Up blended brushes, but I thought I'd go retro today, and also I thought that this gave me a bit more control of colours, and also I think it's good to use what you have in your stash already rather than being shown new things all the time. Though blending is probably one of my favourite pastimes at the moment. And I'm just going to lift that up, and I think I just need a bit more down here. I'm not sure if you can hear the cat, we've got a random stray crying. And then we have the trees. So this is a stencil from UNIKO, so I can't give you the link, but I will give you the name, and you can Google that link if you want to. So that's that bit. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take one of my punches, and I'm just going to punch out a tag. Now on my original one I did punch out the hole, but I think it actually looks better without the hole. And then I have got my ho 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 on a block, And what I'm going to do is just make sure that's clean, so I'm just going to use a chamois. And then I'm going to stamp ho 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 on this label. So all the items I use will be linked in below. And there'll also be a list on my blog. So we've got ho ho ho, and I don't like that because it's not straight, so let's try again. It's better. There's always two sides to every, and that's still not straight. There's always two sides to every piece of paper, and if you don't like it, it's only paper, you can cut it again. So let's have a go. And in fact, oh, it goes that way. That will do. Just try again. Okay, that's still not good. I'm going to keep playing, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so that one's a bit better, that will do for now. Okay, so I have got my Granny Apple Green trees and my ho ho ho. And then I'm just going to decide whether I want some gold. Do I want gold or do I want silver? So both of these are retired, apart from you can choose whatever you have. And there are, I think there is something similar in the catalogue currently. I'm going to use gold. Okay, so I am going to turn this into a present by adding some tear and tape to the back of my card. And then I'm going to take this off. I love that tear and tape is so easy to take off. Then I'm going to line this up and put this straight in the middle. Then turn it round, put it in the middle. And then I'm just going to cut this off. And then I'm going to put tear and tape on top, but I'm not going to take the top off. So I'm just going to pull it round again. And I've obviously left too much on this side, so pick that up, put that down. There we go. And then put that back down again. And I'm going to do the same on this side, so tear and tape down, and again on this side, peel these off, put that in the middle, down, cut that off, and then again, ooh, timber, I'm knocking everything off. We are just adding tear and tape to the top so that it doesn't want to come off. And what we're going to do is take your glue, and I'm going to add it to the sides, so around the edges. So this is, as I said, this is multi-purpose glue in a more detailed container. Straighten your card and add this to the top. Now, originally I thought I was going to tie this on because you can add a hole into your punch using the punch, if that makes any sense. So if you have a look here, this punch lets you punch a hole. However, I then decided that I didn't really fancy tying it on. So I found the easiest way of putting a knot or a bow on was to tie a bow in your ribbon tidy that up. I have no idea, but when I set the camera off rolling, I go all fingers and thumbs. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to take some glue dots, and you will just want to add one to the back of your bow, like so. And I'm just going to stick this bow to the top of my tag. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess that I don't want. And in fact, that side's a bit long. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just take some dimensionals. And I'm going to add these actually onto the card rather than onto the tag. I might actually add one to the bottom of there, then peel these off. And add that there. And then just to finish off, I'm going to add some embellishments. So I have got some metallic rhinestones, so I've got the gold ones here, and I'm just going to add ho ho ho. Just going to add some to my ho ho ho, and then you can add them around the card if you want to. So that is my card finished. So I'm just going to bring back in my original card, which is here, and this uses garden green, cherry cobbler and silver. And then my original inspiration card is this one. So this uses evening evergreen, soft succulent and silver, and I have used the silver metallic on here as well, and I've used Perfectly Plaid on the inside with Whisper White. And I think those are super cute cards, really quick and easy, and you could use any stencil to create the decoration on the fake wrapping paper. So pictures of this will be on my blog. I will also add some other cards that I've made using stencils and made into presents. If you've got any questions, you can contact me. My email is claire@handmade.hudsons.co.uk, and I hope that I can speak to you soon, and next week I will have another video showing another way to use this absolutely gorgeous stencil. Thank you. Bye.